the two brothers crossed the entire Atlantic and arrived in the European continent they had long dreamed of. But on the very first night, they were drunk by two soldiers. When they woke up, they found themselves on a recruitment ship heading to North Africa. The two brothers were forcibly enlisted. Sean was a timid, scholarly man, and several times he nearly lost his life. But luckily, his brother Jack was an incredible fighter. Each time, Jack would risk his life, charging through gunfire to rescue Sean and bring him to safety. After the war ended, Sean continued with his original travel plans, but Jack stayed in his military uniform, continuing to fight against the remaining slave trade. He only took 4 men with him, and would dare to break into enemy strongholds. With his sheer bravery and unmatched skills, no one could stop him. Among the slaves Jack rescued, there was a maid who served the princess. She told the princess about Jack's heroic deeds, and the princess, deeply impressed, made up her mind to meet him. One day, Jack was riding his horse along the beach when he saw someone running alongside him. As the best rider in North Africa, Jack wouldn't allow anyone to outrun him. In the end, their horses collided, and both of them fell into the water. Jack stood up, took out his knife, and prepared to fight, only to see a stunning face hidden under a black veil. The two instantly fell in love with each other and decided to be together. But before that, the princess had already been promised to a neighboring chieftain. When the chieftain heard that his fiancée had fallen for someone else, he brought his men to claim her. But the princess refused to yield, ready to die for love. That night, Jack went alone, facing 20 guards on his own. He successfully escaped with the princess and started a new life together. However, the ruthless chieftain wouldn't let it go so easily. He offered a high price for Jack's head, and soon, assassins were hunting him down. Though Jack was skilled enough to escape every time, who would want to live in constant fear and worry? One day, an assassin captured Jack and took him to the chieftain's palace, receiving a reward of 10,000 gold coins. But the assassin was actually Sean in disguise. The two brothers worked together to take out all the palace guards. Then, Jack walked straight into the chieftain's room. But instead of killing him while he slept, Jack called for a fair, one-on-one duel between men. The chieftain, who was used to luxury, was no match for Jack. At that moment, the outcome was clear. Jack could have eliminated the problem right then and there, but he chose to spare the chieftain's life. After that, the chieftain never sent assassins after Jack again. Some said the chieftain feared Jack's power and revenge, while others said he had a sudden change of heart. But the real reason was that oil had been discovered on his land. He became too busy making money to worry about personal vendettas. He quickly became one of the richest men in the world. However, the story doesn't end happily. The princess died during childbirth, and Jack lost both her and their child. After her death, Jack returned to the army, fighting for another 40 years, until his hair turned white and he finally went back home. But the young Alan began to doubt if the story was true. Whether the story is true or not doesn't matter. What's important is whether you're willing to believe in the courage, dignity, kindness, and justice the story speaks of, and the love that remains constant from start to finish. These are the qualities that are always worth pursuing. As for money and power, they are nothing in the face of these noble virtues. Perhaps many years later, you will naturally find the answers you sought when you were young. After watching the movie, what are your thoughts? The movie was Secondhand Lions from the United States.